We're going to keep working this. Now we have double replacements. Now it becomes vitally important that step one you do correctly. Remember, the first thing in a compound is always the cation. Now it makes it much easier because I don't have to identify if the single thing by itself is an anion. So cation, 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 cation. I'm going to put some parentheses around this NH4 and this NO3 and the ClO3, and then minus anion, 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 cation, anion, cation, anion, cation, anion, cation, anion, cation, anion. All right. Identified all my cations and anions. Now we're going to trade partners. So barium's not with chlorine, barium's with ClO3. So chlorate, chlorate. Chlorate, -1. All right. So we have Ba. Actually, we need to leave room for balancing. Ugh. Erwin, when are you going to get this? Okay. Ba. Need to leave room for subscripts. CO3 plus, and now we have Na with Cl. Remember, subscripts do not travel across the arrow unless they are protected by a parentheses. So this 2 did not travel across. This 3 is inside parentheses. It did travel across. Okay, and now charges. So barium +2, chlorate, ClO3 -1. No. What am I doing? Carbonate -2. Carbonate. CO3 -2. Sodium is +1. Chlorine is -1. So it looks like everybody's crisscrossed. So the only thing I have to balance right now is it looks like I have 1 chlorine here and 2 chlorines here. So I'll throw that 2 out there. That gives me 2 sodiums and 2 chlorines, which I needed 2 of each. Seems like I'm balanced now. All done. All right, let's carry on. We're just going to keep working the process. So I've identified cations and anions, and now they're trading partners. So now I'm going to leave space. Al, and he's with PO4 now. Plus, and now we have hydrogen with SO4. See, this 3 didn't travel across. This 4 did because it was protected by those parentheses. All right. HSO4. Okay, now identifying charges +3 for aluminum. Aluminum +3. PO4 is -3. Hydrogen is +1. Don't forget, hydrogen is +1. And SO4 group is sulfate and it's -2. So we have H2SO4. And now all we have to do is balance. I have a 2 and a 3 again, so I'm going to multiply them times each other. See what that gives me. Now I have 6 hydrogens here and 3 SO4 groups. 3 SO4 groups. And now I have 2 PO4s, so I'm going to do that. Now I have 2 aluminums, 2 PO4s. 2 aluminums, 2 PO4s. I have 6 hydrogens. 2 times 3 is 6 hydrogens. 3 times 1 is 3 SO4 groups, sulfate groups, 3 sulfate groups. If you don't know how to add atoms by now, you need practice, and I can help out with that either before school or after school, and I've got plenty of practice sheets, so just stop by, and we need to nail that down because balancing never goes away. We use it next semester too. It's a big part of chemistry is just figuring out what it is you're actually going to make. So, all right, we're going to keep going. that. I'll leave room for that. Hydrogen, HCl, hydrochloric acid, plus NaNO3, and charges, +1, -1, and +1, and nitrate, NO3, -1. Okay, and so I've got 1 hydrogen, 1 nitrate, 1 sodium, 1 chlorine. 1 hydrogen, 1 chlorine, 1 sodium, 1 nitrate. Seems like I'm balanced there, so I didn't have to do anything. All right, next. Barium chloride plus NH4, which is ammonium. It's right here. It is a cation in an ionic compound, and it pairs up with OH. OH is -1, it's +1, barium is +2, it's -1, so we have barium chloride. Okay, so it looks like I have 2 chlorines, so I'm going to throw it. And I've got 1 on this side, so I'm going to throw 2 out here. That gives me 2 NH4 groups and 2 chlorines, so then I'm going to put a 2 here because I only have 1 ammonium group here. That gives me 2 OHs, 2 ammoniums, 2 OHs, 2 ammoniums, and then 1 barium, 2 chlorines, 2 chlorines, 1 barium. Balanced and done. Look, if you have to do atom counts, do atom counts. I'm going to do atom counts on this last one just so you remember what we're doing. All right, trade partners. I'm going to go opposite this time. Oop, no, I'm not. Space, silver. And there is, it doesn't, I could have put the silver nitrate here, or I could have put the nickel chlorate here. It doesn't matter. That order doesn't matter. All that matters is cation, anion. That's the order that has to be in. And then I've got nickel, ClO3. All right. And so this nickel charge, it's a transition metal. It's a transition metal. And it's not on the back here. But I know what it's charged. This 2, they've already crisscrossed these. They already have subscripts for all this stuff. So this 2 came from the charge of that nickel. So that nickel is +2. And so I just need to go through and look at the rest of the charges. The silver is +1. I can tell that because there's a 1 here. I can also tell because I look on the back and there's a 1 there. Okay, and then the nitrate NO3 group is -1. And then the ClO3 group is chlorate, and it's -1. That means there's 2 of those because this 2 goes here, that 1 goes there. Okay, now I'm going to balance this, and I'm going to do counts. Silver, I have 1. ClO3, I have 1. Nickel, I have 1. NO3, I have 2. And then on this side of the equation, I'm going to kind of put the dotted line right here. Silver, I have 1. ClO3, remember you want it in the same order so that it's easy to tell. 2. Nickel, I have 1. And NO3, I have 1. Okay. So I see something that I need to fix here and something that I need to fix here. So we're going to fix ClO3 first. I have 2 here and 1 here. I'm going to put a 2 here. That gives me 2 silvers, 2 ClO3s. I have 1 silver here, 2 ClO3s. So I'm going to add a 2 here to get my 2 silvers. And that gives me 2 NO3 groups. Now I have 2 NO3s, 2 NO3s. 1 nickel, 1 nickel. 2 ClO3s, 2 ClO3s. 2 silvers, 2 silvers. I am done. And that's how you do it. We're going to practice a lot more on this. We're going to do a lot more practice, so stand by and we'll do some more in class. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.